Peace and prosperity. This is Asaya, and welcome back to Earth's Feminine. Today, I want to talk about a woman's beauty and how to activate your outer beauty. But also, I really want to get into how a woman's beauty has become a vanity metric in today's society rather than something that reflects our innate intelligence. Okay, and this was a revelation that was given to me by a dear Libra friend of mine. She's a Libra, and the reason that I'm bringing up her Libraness is because every astrological sign, and mind you, if you are completely new to me and you've never met me before, I have another channel, my original channel that I have been on for 7 years, Asaya Mystic. This is the channel where I talk about all things astrology, spirituality, esoterics, and I really dive deep in on those videos and in that channel. So in that, like, by me being a expert astrologer and intuitive, I had a Libra friend of mine tell me, like, she just told me a story one day, and she said, I used to think that jewelry, right, and people wearing jewelry and stuff like that was like just to look good. But then I realized that the jewelry and the stones in the jewelry and the energy and the essence in the jewelry was actually protecting, there to protect you spiritually. And she was like, I never knew that, right? That's crazy. So ever since then, she always had on rings. She always made sure she wore her jewelry. And that really brought me into thinking, like, first of all, it's funny that you as a Libra are mentioning this because this aligns a lot with what I mentioned to you guys before in my first video about how Venus is the predominant planetary energy that is used to represent feminine energy today. And how Venus, because it's not the dominant energy, but it's being used as the dominant energy, we are expressing her energy in its detriment a lot of the times. So how I see this reflected is like beauty is something that is being used, right? Because Venus is not just about harmony and balance, but she's also about beauty and embodying beauty. So this energy, when in its detriment, no longer really reflects the true essence of beauty, which is to reflect this deeper level of intelligence, this deeper level of power, this deeper level cellular balance and harmony that comes from within. But it starts to become a vanity metric, right? Something that's just done or had just purely out of vanity. And this is what my Libran friend identified so clearly to me, is that, yeah, a woman's beauty is becoming just this huge vanity metric. None of it has to do with the core frequency of beauty, what beauty really is and actually is. And this is why we see a lot of people who can have this outer beauty. Men and women can take on this feminine detriment. And especially when most women are taking this energy on, we collectively, we vibrate this energy as it being the feminine energy of the planet. So this is why it's so important for us to remember and understand the truth about ourselves so that we can align with the things that are number one, attracted to our soul and not these vanity metrics. Okay? A lot of women attract men, because of their vanity metrics, but as soon as like the real you starts to come out, or there's some soulful aspects that start to come out, that's when things get hard, or that's when things, don't line up, because your beauty wasn't being used or wasn't being embodied to attract or reflect the intelligence of your soul. It was being used as this vanity metric. And so the vanity metric is, I have to have the big butt. I have to have the small waist. I have to have the long nails. I have to have the long eyelashes. I have to have the certain skin color. Like, all of these things, I'm not saying that they're in any way that you're not supposed to have these things, because these things actually reflect a woman's relationship with herself, okay? But when it's used as a vanity metric, right? When you're doing it, but you're skipping the most important step, which is what these physical attributes evolutionarily represent. You're missing the character, right? That actually is you attain, right? The character trait that you attain through you going the original route to create this kind of beauty for yourself. So it's the same thing as like if a man were to get muscle implants, it's like, and there are men that get muscle implants, but it's like, okay, you're like, this is not, you have the look, but you did not go through what you needed to go through in order for you to be qualified to be a provider, be a hunter, be a protector. Like, you're unqualified. So it's the same thing when women are wanting to have this beauty or wanting to manifest this beauty. And the beauty comes through these vain, superficial metrics. What you end up doing is you end up missing out on the actual inner intelligence that you create for yourself that reflects that beauty, because that's really what beauty is supposed to represent. And at its core it represents our intelligence as women, our innate intelligence as women, and also our spiritual intelligence as women. And this intelligence spiritually is when we let go of Venus, okay, being our main planetary ruler, and we embody Earth as being our main planetary ruler, we actually begin to develop a relationship with the Earth. We develop a relationship with our bodies. Our bodies are an extension of the Earth. And we learn how to nurture ourselves, okay, correctly, so that we're not only giving ourselves everything that we need, but we know how to nurture our children with the elements of the earth, and the things that they need. So I know, like, in my own experience, I have always been beautiful, but I have not always known my beauty. I have not always embodied my beauty. Okay. At one time, beauty was a vanity metric for me. Okay. There were some aspects of it that I knew were very ancient and very primal, especially the eyeliner and the eye, making the eyes look brighter and giving the eyes more definition. was a part of it, but at one point I did not understand, but it was a desire that I always had, because I knew that the methods of sustaining this mask, or you know, these fake nails and this fake hair and like all of these false things, it wasn't sustainable. And I wanted to feel like my body was my own. I wanted to feel like my beauty was my own. I wanted to feel like I could create that beauty for myself. And so that's where I started to attract the knowledge that I needed for my own personal body, right? Of what I needed to do, what I needed to eat, how I needed to live, of the herbs, right? The different things that was like literally just for me and what I needed. But not only just for me, but for a woman's body in general. So a lot of times when we just kind of accept, the, oh, I'll just do the easy thing and I'll go and get surgery, or oh, I'll just go and get implants, or oh, I'll just get some injections, or oh, I'll just, like, a lot of times when we go that route, we stop the connection to the earth that wants to be created. We stop the discovery of what the earth can provide for us in all of the natural ways, right? In all of the natural ways that earth brings us her intelligence. So when we accept these vanity metrics as being the end all be all for beauty, we lose touch with those core evolutionary things that have made us beautiful, that have made us truly spiritually, soulfully beautiful. And this is why we end up creating men that are attracted to aspects of femininity and beauty that don't actually represent the soul of what feminine energy is, the soulful energy of what of who we are as women. So we end up creating these men that, like, they're attracted to all these fake things, like fake superficial things. This is also why I see that men can also their minds can start to be wired to be attracted to even men that take on these vanity metrics, right? Because it's a vanity metric, okay? It's a superficial thing. It's not the real soul of a feminine woman. So you want to start to bring that into your beauty. You want to start to bring that into the way that you see yourself as a woman, because these things are wiring the collective. They are wiring your not only yourself to treat yourself a certain way and disconnect your body from the earth, which at some point always leads to illness, right? You never want to disconnect your body to the earth, okay? That has a time limit. That's not sustainable. You hit a certain age and your body is just going to be like, okay, we're done. Like, I can't keep this up anymore. You want something that can be sustainable, that you can do for the rest of your life, and that will keep you alive for, hundreds of years if you wanted to. And yes, I do believe you can live for hundreds of years. Okay? And the reason that Western society and American society don't see those things in abundance is because of what I'm telling you right now. It's because we have made our beauty into a vanity metric versus an internal recollection with how we are relating to the earth, and how we're allowing people to give us stuff, in a bottle, in a capsule, and all saturated and processed and so out of its element from its original form. How we are allowing, ourselves. And I know some of y'all are like, you talking about long nails? Like, these are my nails, right? Like, I've grown my own nails out, okay? These are my nails. I grow my own eyelashes out. Like, I've obviously grown my own hair out. Like, these are important things that we don't want to keep allowing it to be a superficial thing. Aesthetics and beauty isn't something that is just surface level. It's deep, right? It should be a health thing. It should be a deep, how can we nourish you? How can we bring life back into your cells? How can we invigorate your body again so life can run through you and you can be youthful and you can be beautiful? Okay? How can we relate better to your emotions so that the youth because youth and beauty is ruled by the feminine, it's ruled by the water element. So these are important things that are going to resurge you with this youthful energy, with this beauty, with all of these things. And even if you do use things to embellish your beauty, you're using things that are creating sustainable change, right? Things that are enhancing your nutrition and not toxifying your body, okay? Because most makeups and skincares and all of these things, like, if you read the ingredients and if you understand what these ingredients are and what they do, vast majority of them are toxic. Even the ones that say that they aren't. Okay, that's why you have to learn how to read ingredients, which I had to learn how to do, okay? You have to learn these things. You have to have a relationship with the earth again. And there's no way around that if you want sustainable, long-lasting beauty. So, this is my message on a woman's beauty and how you can begin to really reclaim your outer beauty and your internal beauty. Because when you balance your physicality out, right, when you're balancing your emotional self out, it's like one and the same. You're balancing your physicality. You're also in a lot of ways balancing out your mental state and your emotional state. And these things will come up for you to deal with. Typically, whenever you're balancing out your body, the emotions are going to come up. The mental stuff is going to come up for you to deal with. And when you deal with it, and when you heal it, this is how you create that eternal youth. And you're no longer this, Cruella de Vil, or I don't know what the name of the evil lady is, mirror, mirror on the wall, having to suck the blood, or, oh no, I think that was Rapunzel, where she was like literally stealing this child's magical powers of her hair so that she could be young and beautiful forever. And it's like, this is what most women are doing unconsciously, okay? Stop doing that. Stop feeling like you need to detach from who you are and utilize all these superficial metrics to fit a standard of beauty that was created by somebody, right? Who was it? Was it created by you? Who are you? And what, it's nothing wrong with liking the creativity of another and wanting to, switch it up a bit and mimic it or mock it. That's the majority of things That's how the mass majority of things are created. But what I'm getting at here is bring it back to the source, which is that your beauty represents the intelligence that you have from the relationship that you have with the earth and the earth feminine. So thank you so much for watching this video. Let me know what you guys think about this, how you feel about this in the comment box below. If you're ready to unlock your primordial feminine power and learn more about my 5-month mistress mind, the Creatrix Unleashed, or any of my courses or programs in the Creatrix Academy, make sure you send me a message or an email to my Instagram or my email, and the link to that will be down below in the description. And I will see you all in my next video. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you subscribe if you would like to be a part of the Earth's feminine community, and I will see you all again soon. Peace.